Perfect. So welcome to the Positive Psychology Yoga class this morning. I'm going to come over here and then just let me know if you can still hear me. Okay, can you hear me still over here? All good? Yes, perfect. Okay, so this is going to be a yoga class that's 30 minutes long and infused with some positive psychology concepts that we've touched on already, a bit of mindfulness, a bit of savouring, a bit of gratitude. And so we're just going to have a very gentle practice today. If you have your own practice and you like it a bit stronger, please feel free to do whatever you please to make it a stronger practice. But today is supposed to be gentle and accessible for everyone. So coming to a seated position on your mat, allowing your eyes to close, and just coming into the present moment, forgetting what's happened before you came here, just really being here in this moment now. And so that might mean tuning into how the body feels, noticing any sounds around you, tuning into the sound of my voice, and tuning into the sound of your own breath. And once you are feeling present, centered, I invite you to take some slightly longer, deeper, fuller breaths. And I'm going to count these for you. Just like in our very first practice in this challenge, we had a longer exhalation for inhalation. And that just shifts us out of the nervous system where we're in potential fight or flight, especially if you've had a coffee today, and shifts you into a nice, relaxed, rest and digest nervous system. So, breathing out to prepare, inhaling together for 4, exhaling together for 8. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in through the nose, 2, 3, 4, out through the mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in through the nose, 2, 3, 4, and out through the mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In through the nose, 2, 3, 4, out through the mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one, in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to do the same sort of breath, but with a sighing release. So you can let out sound if you want to, or it's the motion of sighing out through the mouth. And you know when you sigh, you kind of let your shoulders go, you let your whole body slump on the exhalation. So we're bringing a little bit of that energy. So as you breathe in, your spine goes nice, straight, tall, upright. In through the nose, and as you breathe out through the mouth, a big sigh. Let everything flop. I'm going to do a few more of those, practicing with me. Inhaling. Nice straight spine. Exhaling, let everything flop. One last one, please. As you inhale, going back to an upright seated position. Now we're going to start stretching into the sides of the body. So as you breathe in this time, breathing in, and the arms come up above the head in prayer position. I don't know if you can see because of the white behind me, but in prayer position above your head. And then as you exhale, the arms come down and you touch the floor. So breathing in, reaching up, and just paying mindful awareness of all the sensations in your body as you reach up towards the sky. And as you bring the arms slowly, carefully, gently down, paying attention to any sensations in the arms, in the torso, and the fingertips, as you're working through the downward motion as well. And the more precise you can pay attention, the more curiosity you can bring to this experience. I want you almost to play a little game in your head where you're pretending you're doing this for the very first time, that you've landed in this human form for the very first time, and you are observing yourself, every sensation with complete curiosity and this beginner's mind, like, wow, how interesting. I can feel motion here in my armpit, and now I can start to feel it in my outer arm, and by the time I get to the top I can feel my hands touch together. And really paying attention to every changing sensation as we're doing this, connecting the mind, the body, and the breath together. Continuing, inhale up, exhale down. And if the mind wanders, because that's what minds do, just gently guide it back to the sensations and the practice, moving together the mind, the body, and the breath. Good, last one of these, and then we're going to come into our first stretch. So the next one, I want you on the inhale to bring the arms up over the head. And then on the exhale, once they're together, I want you to lean gently to one side as you exhale. We're going to stay here for a few breaths, starting to feel the stretch all down the side of the body. And again, that beginner's mind, tuning in to the sensations, perhaps even as though they're the very first time you felt them. Having curiosity as to what breath does when it interacts with this stretch. What happens when you inhale? When you feel parts of your body expand? What happens when you exhale? Is there any parts of you that soften or that stretch deeper? And noticing the neck doesn't slump here in this posture. It's not down like this, but it's keeping in alignment with the arms as well. Nice, full stretching. And this is allowing the outside of the ribs to stretch and to breathe more into one lung. So if you can really visualize this lung on the side of the body that you're stretching away from, expanding out even deeper, more air coming into the body. Last couple of breaths here, you're doing brilliantly. Waking up those muscles. One last breath. And as you exhale, coming back to center. One inhale here. And then exhale and drop the hands. Paying attention now, as your hands are down by your side, to the difference on either side of your body. The side that's being stretched and elongated, and the side that's being passive in that stretch, noticing any sensations and bringing a sense of curiosity. Notice what your breath does outside of the posture. And just breathing naturally. And then preparing as we're going to do the same on the other side. So bringing your arms up on an inhale. On an exhale, dropping the arms down to the other side, keeping the arms straight in alignment with the neck. And starting to feel the stretch down the other side of the body, the other side of the rib cage. Now it's even harder to bring a beginner's mind to a posture when you've already done it on one side. We can become complacent, but it's a completely different experience. Different muscles are being used, different parts of you are being used to hold this posture. So I want you to try as best you can to invite that sense of curiosity, like you're an explorer in your own body, perhaps even for the first time. What happens as you inhale here? What happens as you exhale? And for some people, perhaps this is a completely different experience. One side might be tighter than the other, or have more discomfort than the other. If at any point in a posture it feels too uncomfortable, especially if you know you have injuries, please just listen to your body and come up with the posture. This is certainly not a game of endurance. It's all about listening to your body, respecting it, and moving in a motion that allows you to be more connected rather than bulldozing over what your body's asking for. Nice, long, full, deep breaths here, feeling the expansion of the rib cage on this side. But 2 more full, deep breaths. And as you exhale, coming back to center, an inhalation here. And exhale, let the arms drop to either side. Again, just spending a few breaths here, resting and noticing the difference in sensation on either side of your body. Once you're in and you're rested, just trying to keep an eye on the time as well. Taking your legs out. A little bit so you can see what's going on here. So you might want to sit on a cushion, but you absolutely don't have to. It's just because my floor is really cold here. So taking your legs out as wide as you comfortably can, and you'll notice that you can flex your feet away from you or flex your feet towards you. If you flex your feet towards you, it's a bit more of a hamstring activation. If you flex your feet away, it activates this part at the front of the foot, and it contracts more of the muscles in the foot. So it's up to you what feels better to you. So we're going to inhale, take our hands up over our head, then exhale, moving forwards with our hands very gently. So we're opening the hips here. And the hips is our center of emotion. So be aware that as we deepen into a hip stretch, emotions might come up, and that's completely okay. This is a safe space to feel and process whatever comes. So inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, reaching down in front of you. And don't go necessarily to your full capacity just yet. It's first thing, and we just need to ease into it. So starting to deepen the breath here. Nice long full inhale. And a long full exhale. Again, bringing awareness to the sensations in the body. The stretch in and around the legs. And then just play around with what it feels like to bring the feet back and to send the feet into points. So just flexing the feet while you're here, noticing how that feels. And that also is allowing all of the fascia in your leg to soften, ready for us to deepen the stretch. If you can, if it's available to you. There is no competition here, and if you're comfy here, you can stay. But we're going to inhale now, just lengthening the spine in the position that you're in, increasing the space between the vertebrae. And as you exhale, just see if you can gently move your fingertips a little bit forwards. Not in a race to get anywhere, we're going to be in this posture for about another 7 or 8 breaths. So allowing yourself a little bit of time to just sit with what's coming up. Maybe adjust to this new, maybe slightly deeper posture. And notice how you respond to the sensations in your leg. Some of you will be really enjoying this sensation, and others of you might find it quite uncomfortable. So this is a great time to notice how your mind deals with whatever the sensation is, whether it's pleasure or discomfort, allowing yourself to be curious about how you feel in your body in this moment and how your brain responds to that. Good. I'm going to do the same extension again, only if it feels good to do so. Listen to your body. If you're at your limit, you stay here. But if you think there might be a little bit more space unlocked, a little bit further, you can go. Inhale nice and deeply, increasing the space between the vertebrae. And as you exhale, very gently moving your hands forwards. Oh, yeah, that's nice and deep. Closing your eyes if you haven't already and turning your experience inwards. For these final 3 full deep breaths here when you're at, quite a deep level of stretch. Good. And on your next inhalation, walking the hands back towards you, noticing any sensations in the legs, bringing the feet together. We're going to do a little bit of butterfly to release the inner thighs, which is just basically allowing your knees to come up and down, holding the feet together. And again, we're just going to, once we've come to a stop, one last kind of forward fold in this direction. So inhaling, lift and lengthen, arms come up. Exhaling with your feet like this, hands come forwards. Notice how that goes. Make sure that you're not curving your spine too much, that you're keeping a nice straight spine wherever you've ended up. Some of you might be quite low down, some of you might be still quite high up, that's okay. And then as you gain comfort in the posture, I want you to interact with your breath in a way that allows you to move forward. So the principle with the breath is the inhale is all about stretch and the exhale is all about soften. So as you inhale, allowing the back to stretch forwards. And as you exhale, the hands walk forward and you soften at the hips. Keeping the back straight, not curving over to get into any posture. Inhale, creating space between the vertebrae, stretching the back. And exhale, softening at the hips, walking the hands forwards. Again, this is quite a deep hip-based stretch, so it might be unlocking emotions. That's completely okay. Just be present with whatever comes up for you. Continuing to do it with each of your breaths, allowing until you get to a point where you feel, yeah, that's my limit for today. This is my edge. Once you've hit your edge, maybe 2 last full deep breaths here, really experiencing the posture, any intensity that you feel. And then when you're ready to come out of the posture, gently walking your hands back towards the body. And sitting back up very good. So one last time, we're going to butterfly those legs. And really release these hips. And then bring the feet out in front of us and windscreen wiper them from either side. So one to this way, one to this way. Just allowing yourself to kind of massages into your bum muscles a little bit. And it also closes those hip flexors from the inside of the hips and thighs. So I'm going to, I really think we have a lot of time, so we're going to do 2 last little stretches. I had hoped to do some standing postures, but maybe we didn't. So sitting in a comfortable position, you can either sit cross-legged, or if you like to put one leg up in front. If you're a really advanced yogi and you want to do it in lotus pose with both feet facing up, feel free. But that's not available to me today. So breathing in, nice long straight spine. We're going to do a spinal twist round to one direction. Taking the hand and placing it on the other knee, and taking the other hand and placing it behind you, looking behind over that hand. Feeling how the spine feels. Nice, long, full, deep breath. And again, just connecting with the breath as you inhale, spine lifts and lengthens. And as you exhale, see if there's any more last bit of twist that you can do, like you're wringing out a cloth with your spine. Last 2 full deep breaths here. And then coming back to center. Going to do the same on the other side, so bringing the other hand to the other knee, the other hand behind you. Inhale. Exhale and go deeper into the twist if it's available. Inhale is all about lifting and lengthening the spine. And exhale is all about seeing if there's anything else available to you in the twist. You'll get to a point where that's good, you're full. So you can just stay there for a sec. Last full deep breath here. Coming back down to center. So we're going to do a Shavasana now. If you want to continue to do some of your own practices, please feel free. The Shavasana is going to be about 5 minutes long. So if you want to continue to do your own practice to make it a stronger practice, if you're watching the recording, feel free to pause. And you can come back to the Savouring, because the Savouring should always be the closing exercise. Or if you're ready to close with me now, find a pillow and a blanket if you're going to get chilly. It's only about 5 minutes, but it's nice to feel warm and comfortable. And you're going to lie down on your mat. So I'm going to show you the posture, and then I'm going to come up to it so that I can speak to you during your Shavasana. So if you lie down in a nice comfortable posture, make any adjustments you need to. Allow the arms to be away from the body at about a 45-degree angle with the palms facing upwards. Fingers can gently curl. Feet flop away to the sides. And just notice how the body feels having done the practice. And then allow yourself to cover with a blankie or whatever feels good. As you lie here, I'm going to guide you through a little bit of a positive meditation, allowing your eyes to close. Nice, long, deep, full breath in, and long exhalation out. Bringing to mind something that you're grateful for today, as best you can. Picturing it and having that gratitude. It might be for yourself, for making time for this practice. How incredible, you were awesome. It might be gratitude for someone in your life who brings you joy or has done something lovely for you today. Might be somebody who's made a positive impact on your week. Or even someone who's made a positive impact on your life in general. You may know this person, you may not. I want you to inhale and cultivate a golden glow of gratitude. And as you exhale, picture sending that out to them. Again, inhaling a golden glow of gratitude. And exhaling, sending that golden light of gratitude out to them. One last one, inhaling golden glow of gratitude. And exhaling, sending that golden glow of gratitude out to them. I want you to think about now your strengths, your good attributes, the things you like and maybe even love about yourself. And I want you to allow yourself to feel those things. Maybe even to think about how you might lean into those and use those in your day-to-day so that you can show up as the very best version of yourself. And then I invite you to visualize your day ahead going as well as it possibly can. So you might have an idea of what you're going to get up to today, or maybe you don't. But this is the point where I want you to think about all the things you do today. And I want you to imagine making the very best choices for yourself and those around you that you can. That might mean choosing really nourishing food. Might mean doing a random act of kindness for someone you care about. Might mean really showing up for others in your team at work. Might mean posting something to invite people to the new event that you're doing. Whatever it might be, allowing yourself to imagine today has been as good as it possibly can. That might mean productivity, or it might mean rest. It might mean moving your body, or it might mean taking it easy. But really think about what you want to gain from today. Feel that sense of joy that you feel, that sense of well-being you feel when you've made those brilliant choices. I want you to picture now that you're in your bed again, that your day is done, and that you feel like, oh yeah, that was a really good day. That was maybe the best day I've had all year. I want you to sit in that feeling for a moment and really savor it. You have that day available to you. Claim it. And then finally, I want you to tune into the feeling of love. I want you to, if it feels good to, place your hands on your heart and just have a moment of cultivating love. First of all, for someone it's very easy for you to love. Might be a partner or a family member or even your favourite pet. Thinking in this loving way, sending that feeling of love out to them. And as you deepen this feeling of love, expanding it out to everyone you're going to interact with today, even if it's tricky. And then expanding it out to everyone you know, again, even if it's tricky. And then expanding it out to everyone, the people that you don't know, even if it's tricky. Finally, expanding that loving awareness out to everything, every being, all that is, and most especially in towards yourself, very deserving and worthy of love. I love you all. Feeling that deep sense of love, love and awareness that you can bring with you through your day. So we're going to wrap up here, taking a nice, last, long, full, deep breath in Shavasana. And then I invite you to wiggle fingers and toes. Start to bring a little bit of life back into the body. And very gently stretching, yawning, whatever your body's calling for you to do, maybe even hugging your knees in towards your chest. Thank you so much for joining me. Whether you've joined me live or you've done this as the recording, thank you for showing up for yourself as you have done throughout January so far. I'm so proud of you and I've really enjoyed doing this with you.